everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Age of the Primes leader class, Liege Maximo. You can see him there in front of the box. We'll go ahead and put him outside real quick and take a look at this box. And yes, you have a, well, this is the leader class box. You got the Transformers logo right there and Age of the Primes gold band. The 13 Liege Maximo, and you of course you got 25 steps right there between his modes, and you of course you got Liege Maximo in both his robot and thing right there in the window right there, and of course you got 13 Liege Maximo Takara Tomy right there. On the side here, you have, again, it's Liege Maximo in his robot mode right there. On the side, you have the, hey, some of the primes right there. Hey, look, there's a very different iteration of Liege Maximo right there in leader class right down here and everything. And on the bottom here, you have some manufacturing details of what's included in the box. And, of course, in the back, you have copyrights and warnings and, well, some product shots of the toy. So, yes, there's a lot going on there. Of course, he also comes with his instructions, which are pretty all right, all things considered. I think there's only like one spot I kind of struggle with a little bit, but that was just because I think I misremembered part. But yeah. So, Liege Maximo. Yes, the guy from G2 who, the G2 comics, I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure the G2 comics. Kind of a big imposing guy, yeah. And this is a big imposing guy. He has a toy, and yeah, getting in close, you can see a lot of like horns and spikes and all sorts of stuff all over them. These got a lot of bits of rubbery, which is a little worrying. But yeah, they also got these, like, you know, just tendrils of just these metallic tubing all over them and everything. Picked out really well, not only sculpting but paint wise. Everything all the way to his chest and his arms and everything, all the way down. You got this bit here. It's almost like, you know, muscling. The only thing right here is like right here it's in green, not the silver, which is a little disappointing. But stuff. Yeah, he's also, you know, right now he doesn't have a bit of a backpack because that's how he's packaged. But yeah, once you get him out of the package, everything, but yeah, he looks great. But yeah, getting him out of the package, you're going to have to, you know, do some attaching some stuff, including, well, and whatnot. But yeah, first thing, of course, is getting these heels out, obviously. Definitely want to get those out because he's a little wobbly without the heels out. Makes him a lot more stable. Then also, this big old thing. This thing right here, what you want to do is there's these pegs right here, and you have these big peg holes right here in the gray bits, and you just, you know, plug it in. Make sure to plug it all the way on, and then you adjust the horns right there, and there you go. Now he's more complete, and yeah, that is way more imposing. He looks cool. He looks really, really cool, honestly. There's only one real thing that may be a little bit disappointing, but considering how it's engineered and the kind of, yeah, it's basically kind of, I understand why it is the way it is. But yeah, generally, he's just a really good looking robot, and he also is pretty posable as well. Again, his head. Ball joint, you got left and right, you got up and down, you got some degree of waggle, I think. Yeah, I think it's the thing, ball joint. Pretty sure it should be a ball joint. Is it? Yeah, it's a ball joint, but it doesn't really want to waggle. Yeah, this stuff's also rubbery too. The problem is, yeah, you can see this part's supposed to, this stuff right here, this extra horn stuff is supposed to be part of his head, and well, obviously it isn't. This is a whole separate thing, which, again, because it's just how elaborate it is, it's going to have to be its own separate thing, and it's also, yeah, so it's just kind of a disappointment. No doubt there's someone out there who's going to try to find a way to fix it. But yeah, as it is, this just does not have this is not the full head. But, you know, so looking straight on, he looks cool. But yeah, if you look anywhere from any different side and rotate his head, you're like, oh wait, there's the illusion broken. Oh well. But yeah, shoulders though can do a 360, but not with this stuff. You have to get these hinges out of the way. And the only other thing is also these little shoulder bits like to come off really easily, but your shoulders can do a 360. You just, well, unfortunately, yeah, you have to move the shoulders out of the way, and it's kind of finicky, and there's a lot in the way. So yeah, but you do have technically the range is there. You also have this outward right here, and you know, there's that. You do have a bicep swivel, and yeah, he's got the elbows, but they're kind of default pointing inward. And you point them like this, and oh well, yeah, you can see a bunch of, you can see things which you probably shouldn't be able to see, and yeah. But you know, the elbows can bend that far as hands. You know, they do have the wrist swivels right there. He has a thumb hinge thing. You can see that there's the hinge right here, which makes his hands look a little bit better in robot mode. But yeah, there's that, and there's also this hinge right here for the fingers. It's just a single hinge, so if you haven't fully closed up, it kind of looks a little weird. If it only had a second hinge right here, it'd be perfect. But oh well. Also, mine has, I just noticed that it has a little paint scuff or paint damage or something right there. I did not notice that till just now. Also, you have a waist swivel, which is completely unhindered, thankfully. No problems there. There are hip skirts right here, which get out of the way just fine for the hips, which go forward that far and back that far, and outward they go that far. Yep, full splits. You do have a thigh swivel right there. Knees are actually double jointed, although because of how they are designed and everything, you have to be, you know, mindful. But, you know, you can get a pretty darn good curl there as long as you got to, you know, again, mindful of how the legs are sculpted. And down here at the feet, you do have ankle tilts about that far. Not really forward and back or anything, but you do have a toe just goes down, not really up, and you have a heel that goes down. So that can help with some poses. So yeah, posability, not bad. The only thing I will complain is, yeah, for me personally, is just these shoulder bits just like come off really easily, so I have to be careful about that because they just slide right out. So accessories he comes with, well, this gun thing, which he also has his little symbol on it, which is cool. And the gun comes also with, well, there's these things. There's 3 of them. There's this weird little thing. There's this other weird little thing. And then there's this little weird thing. And well, they kind of, well, these are designed to look like, well, these little things he shot off in the comic, I believe. And well, they can plug in right here, and you have to kind of plug them in at angles like this because otherwise they don't fit together. And you do that and plug it all in, and there you go. And you got this whole thing, and yeah, you can, you know, do a couple things. You can either, you know, plug in his hand, you know, like just a regular gun, like that, which is fine. Or you could do the cool thing, which is take his hand here, either one. Well, actually this one, I believe, only, yeah, not either one. What am I saying? Because this one, that's a weird thing. That's also another, I guess, another point of articulation. You got this hinge bit because of transformation. All those, well, for this particular transformation, that's what I should say. Take the hand here, rotate it 180, and then rotate it like this, like that, and just kind of bring it in there and make sure you didn't, yeah. And now you got this cannon bit out. So he's got a little cannon right there, and yeah, see what I mean? That just came right off. So now he's got this cannon bit right here, which, you know, is cool in of its own right. But you can also plug this into it, right, like this. And now he's got this whole thing going on with it. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat as well. I think that kind of looks all right. So, yeah. There's Liege Maximo's robot mode as a whole. It's very green, very silver, very almost kind of creepily organic looking in ways, and it works really well. As for measurements, up to the top of his head, particularly this part, not this part right here, he's about 8 inches or 20.3 centimeters tall, and his weight is 10.5 ounces or 298 grams. So he's kind of a beefy boy in general as well. So, yep. So I'm going to get some, we're going to do some comparisons now. First of all, just the good old standard of here, Studio Series 86 Optimus. Give an idea there. Here's his previous toy, the Power of the Primes, Liege Maximo. That was Skullgrin. Very different colors and very tiny. And that's the best I can do, which is that is all of the all 13 primes, including, yes, finally Star Optimus Prime is in there. I finally did it. Yeah, there's all of them. And yes, also now that we know that the new Vector Prime is basically just a repaint of this one. Okay, yeah, I'm good with this. I don't need to get the repaint. I'm not going to get the repaint. So just an FYI on that. Yours might look a little bit different when you get your, you get your collection also sort of if you're going to get that Vector Prime instead. But yeah, this is all the primes together. Quite the group there. So there you go. So yeah, that's pretty much everything for the robot mode. So we're going to go get him transformed into his vehicle mode. Yeah, his vehicle mode. So first things first, to get this unplugged right here and just put that outside for now. We'll go ahead and take this right here, and you want to take this and rotate this back around like that, and rotate the hand right that's like this, and make sure the thumbs are down like this, and close up those hands like that. I kind of leave those like that for now. And up here, what you want to do is you want to take these horn pieces, you want to kind of bring them out a little bit because there's a little tab. You want to rotate them up because I believe it's a single piece right here. You want to rotate them up. There's another slot for this little tabs up here. It's gonna sit like that now. But you can do this as well if you want to, which kind of also looks cool. And yeah, also the head here, you want to bring forward this platform it's on. You want to bring that forward, and so then bring this platform back like that. And then you close the head up into here like that. Then you close this back up right here, clicks into place, and you bring this part forward like that. Like so. And then you take the shoulder pieces here and make sure they're still attached. Right? You might make sure those are still attached because, yeah, if they're not, it's going to be really annoying. Then you just lift up the piece, the hinges they're on. Just lift those up right there like this. Right here at the shoulders, you want to untab the arms from the torso like this. Just untab them, bring them forward, and then bring the chest piece. You want to bring that up right here like that. And from there, you want to go ahead and bring the arms inward into the chest like this, and then rotate at the bicep 180 like this, and like that. And these fins right here will go in this gap right here, and these tabs right here will go up in the little slots up underneath the bottom part of the torso, like so. So like that, and just kind of make sure it's all squared away like that. And you take this part right here, you want to go ahead and bring this up on this hinge right there. Just kind of bring it up like that, so it's sitting like that. And you take the waist here, you want to rotate this 180 degrees like so, and you want to take these pieces right here and bring them out like this. And this right here, you want to untab that and bring that back like so. Bring it all the way back like that. And then right here down at the legs, I'm gonna bring this down a bit. Down here at the legs, what you want to do is go ahead and tab them together right here like that. Take the heels and bring them up like this, and bring the toes down like this. Right? Then right here, when untab this piece right here, bring it back, and then rotate it out right here on this hinge and bring it out right here like this, and just kind of get that out and out of the way, at least for now. And then same right here, untab that, bring it out on this hinge and bring it out on this hinge. Just kind of get it out of the way. It's not, I don't think it's quite positioned properly right now, but yeah. Make sure these stay out of the way. Go ahead and take this whole thing. These tabs right here are going to go in this slot right here. So you're going to rotate the legs around like so. Bring it up and make sure that tabs in properly. It can be a little finicky the first few times you do it, but yeah. Actually, yeah, those in the right position. Yeah, well, you know, yeah, more or less. So get all that squared away right there. And then right here, you want to take these pieces, and right here, there's little tabs right here, which are going little slots on the legs. So bring that in. They'll just tap in. That will help secure things a little bit harder. Then you take the gun here. There's a hinge right here. You want to untab that and bring this around like this, so it's sitting like this. And you want to rotate it like this. And this right here doesn't always sit in place very nicely, but there's little slots on the bottom of the feet right here. There's little tabs right here. You can see there's little tabs on the gun. You want to kind of slide this up between, so it tabs in the bottom of the heels. Like so. Good chance it's going to try to pop itself out multiple times before you get all together. Then you take these pieces and bring them in like this. And this red piece is going to fit in between like that. See? So bring it in and then tab these together. Tab and peg this stuff together. They'll help hold things in place a little bit better, somewhat. This, I've noticed though, this has a tendency to want to untab itself until you kind of like get it all squeezed together, and even then, sometimes it just does it anyway. Yeah. Then you bring these spikes out right here like this. Just bring them out like that. You go ahead and bring the shoulder pieces down like here, like that. And then you bring the horns forward, rotate them down like this. And with that, you have Liege Maximo in his alt mode. And yeah, the alt mode here is something. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Some sort of spaceship, it looks like, but it is a very just a very demonic looking spaceship, which probably fits Liege Maximo, all things considered. In fact, yeah, it reminds me of something I've seen, but I just can't place it, you know? That's one of those weird things. Like I swear I've seen something kind of like this design, but now I can't place it. But yeah, it's very green and very spiky and kind of potato shaped as well. Spiky potato. Yeah, you see again some of the details right here and stuff, including the thrusters right here, which, yes, by the way, these thrusters are in fact blast effect compatible, so you can do stuff with those. Although it's kind of weird considering the spaceship, they're kind of angled down, but you know, I guess it kind of flies like this, so okay. The other thing I'm looking at, it kind of like, considering everything, it's, looking at it like this, all you have to do is do some remolding, and now you got a Doom crossover, because now you got the icon of Sin. But yeah, it's kind of neat looking, I guess. But yeah, it's just, you can gotta grab it and whoosh it around. But yeah, it's just kind of a very strange looking, very demonic alien looking ship thing with lots of horns and spikes, and I like it. It's weird, but I like it. I can't help but just really like it anyway. And, the transformation to get here is also a lot more, kind of more involved than I was expecting, honestly. I wasn't sure how it would work, but it works pretty well, actually. I think the transformation just in general just kind of is a fun one. It's kind of has a lot of unexpected twists and turns to it. Like, I was not expecting, this stuff right here, like on the waist stuff, to kind of, help lock stuff in, the way that everything split and moved. I just wasn't really expecting some of the moves it was doing, but also it makes sense. The only thing is that these shoulder bits right here don't really lock in. They just kind of, you just bring them, they don't really lock in. They just kind of, you bring them down, and then that's where they sit. And also, again, like I said, complaining about the gun here, it doesn't like to stay tabbed. It really likes to pop itself right back out. It just pops itself out of its tabs really easy. I don't know what that's about. I mean, it'll stay if I push on it, it'll stay, but yeah, it doesn't take much to, force to pop that out. So that's a little bit disappointing. But overall, it's still pretty cool. I think it's cool. This is one of those things that you love it. I feel like it's you love it or you hate it. It's either you're going to really hate this thing because it's just a weird, stupid space potato, or you think it's really cool because of all the horns and demonishness of whatnot. Yeah, so yeah, that's kind of the thing about it. So yeah. But yeah, as for some measurements in this mode, his length is 8 inches and 20.3 centimeters. Yeah, he's exactly as long as he was tall, and his wingspan, I guess the horn things here, his horn span is 7 inches, 17.8 centimeters. So yeah, he's again still pretty big and bulky. It's just kind of a cool thing in general. So yeah, again, some comparisons. Here he is with Studio Series 86 Optimus, who is smaller, I guess. I don't know how big this is supposed to be, so yeah. And here's his previous iteration from Power of the Primes, which, yeah, a bit different, to say the least. Just a wee bit different. He won't stay up for me. There we go. Yeah, just a wee bit different. So there's that. So I can't get really good angle, super good. But yeah, that's the primes and their alt modes. Yeah, I have to do this kind of aerial shot because yeah, this is simply I just don't have the space to try to do anything better than this. So that's your best bet. So there you go. So yeah, that's Liege Maximo. He's actually pretty cool. For me personally, for a lot of people, Vector Prime is going to be the final one, but for me, this is my final one. It's quite the solid note to end on for the Prime collection. He's got a really cool looking, just really imposing, just amazing robot mode. The transformation is a lot more clever than you think it would be. The alt mode is, I think, going to be polarizing, but I think it looks really cool. Just kind of it's just like almost like demons and this demonic thing that kind of reminds me of Doom. So it kind of works on that front. So yeah, he's just kind of a really fun, solid figure. My only real problems with it is just simply the gun doesn't like to stay tabbed in the alt mode, and the shoulders like to come off really easy. Other than that, he's great. I think he's actually worth full price as well. So yeah, he's just great. I would recommend getting him if you already have all the other primes for sure. But yeah, even if you're just kind of being choosy, this is a fantastic figure in general, and I don't think you'll be too disappointed unless you just really hate this alt mode, which yeah. So pick them up. So that's it for this review. I hope you found it informative, entertaining. Hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my social media down in the description and in the end of the video. Check out my Ko-fi, my Patreon. I shall see you next time with another video review.